Hello there, my name is Asley, and today I'll be talking about how I built my Citlali. Alright, let's go over her base stats to start with. She has 20,634 HP, 1,242 attack, 855 defense, 1,028 EM, 27 over 144 crit damage, 100 ER, and 30% crit damage bonus. Is her thing not fully leveled? No, I thought it gave. Oh no, it's because she's full EM. Duh. I don't have a cryo damage bonus thing on her. I'm so used to having cryo stuff on her, people. But no, she's full EM. Anyway, onto her weapons. I have her on 1,000 Floating Dreams, it being my best EM weapon. And party members equip with the character. We'll provide equipping characters with buffs based on whether their elemental type is the same or not. If the elemental types are the same, which it's not, Elemental Mastery goes up. If not, increase the character's damage bonus from their elemental type by 10%. So, that's where she gets her additional cryo damage bonus, because none of these guys are cryo. Anyway, so up besides 1,000 Floating Dreams, I'd really put her on just anything that has EM. She really scares well in it. The Mop Mare will do pretty good. Triggering an elemental reaction grants 14% elemental damage bonus. You can have up to 2 stacks. Now, this is a rank 4 one. You can, of course, upgrade it one more time if you like, and you have the bit for it. Sacrificial Fragments allow her to do her E twice occasionally, and it's got a good EM, a lot more than the Mappa Mare, which is why I think the Sacrificial Fragments is probably a touch better. And down here in our 3 stars, we have, the Emerald Orb. You got EM, Wukong Vaporize. Vaporize isn't one of hers. Now, technically, Frozen. There we go. I knew they had one of hers. Because her thing, goes off of Frozen and Melt. This one is upon causing Frozen is the one relevant to her. Her attack is increased by 40%, which is nice. Yeah, I say try to put her on anything that has EM on it. You could also do the Magic Guide. As long as you want to run her with Hydro, that would do just fine. I say put her with anything on EM. I happen to have one of Nahida's signatures, so I put her on that. Her and Nahida kind of share it and ends up on her more often because one of my favorites. A good support for him. Anyway, artifact-wise, I have her on a 4-piece Scroll of the Hero of Cinder City. EM all the way down. I stay focused on having EM, then crit damage as your substats. With I'd say after that, I would go for like ER, EM, crit rate, crit damage, ER. You could also put her in something like Guild of Dreams if you want her to have more EM, or like a two-piece of a couple of sets that have EM. But overall, you put her as much EM. This one's just because she's Night Soul character. These tend to work really well for Night Souls. Anyway, con-wise, her C1 is when she uses her E, she gains the Opal's Star Vestment effect until each Papa leaves the field. She will tame 10 Stellar Blades. Now, when a nearby active character, so when your active character uses their normal charge, plunging, elemental skill, or burst, she'll consume 1 stack of Stellar Blade, which will increase damage dealt by 200% of Citlali's EM, so you really want her to have a lot of EM. And then after somebody triggers Frozen or Melt, Citlali will gain 3 stacks of Stellar Blade. Now, this effect only remains in effect until each Papa leaves the field. And then when she uses her elemental skill, the Stellar Blade stacks will be reset. Additionally, when she's using her leap or aiming, charge, mid-air attack, her phlogiston consumption will be decreased by 45%. Her C2, Citlali, gains 125, and other characters who are shielded by her shield or who have Itzlapa following them gain 250%, 250 elemental mastery. Additionally, your co-op, at least from my understanding of it, co-op will also be shielded. And then when triggering her passive talent, Malako's Frigid Rain, Pyro, when 8 spell pop in his field, triggering Pyro, triggering Frozen or Melt, the opponents affected by the reaction will have their Pyro and Hydro resistance decreased by 20% for 12 seconds. An additional 20%. So in total is 40 with the already calculated in talents normal effect. Now her C3 increases her alt level by 3. Her C4 is when she uses her skill. Itlapop Frost. When Itlapop Frosted Storm hits an opponent, an additional Obsidian Spirit Vessel Skull will be summoned. When this skull explodes, it deals 1,800% of Citlali's Elemental Mastery as Night Soul aligned AoE cryo damage, restoring 16 Night Soul points and 8 energy to Citlali. This effect can be triggered once every 8 seconds, and the damage is not considered elemental burst damage. Now, I don't know why it says it's not elemental. I assume it's something that normally triggers with a burst. Anyway, so her C5 is increasing the level of her burst, and her C6 is upon using her skill, Itlapop will always be in the opal fire state, and when Night Soul points are extinguished, this state will not end. Additionally, when her E is used, let me talk clearly. Itlapop will console all Night Soul points while it is on the field. It will continuously consume them, and for each point consumed, Citlali will gain a Cipher of the Secret Law point. She can gain a maximum of 40 of these points, and for each point Citlali possesses, it will grant all nearby party members 1.5% Pyro and Hydro damage bonus, and it will increase Citlali's damage by 2.5. Now, when Itlapop leaves the field, or when you reuse Citlali's Elemental Skill, all those points will be reset. So, you want Night Soul points, you want Itlapop to consume those Night Soul points, so then she can gain those, so then she can say Cipher the Secret Law, which will give buffs. Anyway, on to team-wise. That was the wrong button. On to her teams. I normally run her in my Gomming's team, but really, if you're gonna run Frozen or a Melt team, I'd say put her in. She will boost the damage. She'll provide a shield. She is a really good sustainer. And overall, if you're gonna run yourself a Melt or a Frozen team, I recommend putting her on. She'll give you that cryo application. She'll give you a shield, and she will give you plenty of buffs. Now, this one, I actually have it a Frozen Vape Melt team. Like I said, support-wise, just put her in anything that you want. You could easily run, like, Citlali for Arena. Let me think. What other characters are there? I'm thinking of, like, no, not this one. A full Hydro Cryo team, and they just do... Oh, you could easily do, like, Risley, Xingqiu, Farina, and Citlali all in a team. And that would actually probably be a really good permanent freeze team. Now, granted, Risley's not going to get too much buffs because she doesn't buff cryo damage, but whatever. Xingqiu and Farina will both be getting buffed. Risley at least, does plenty of damage on his own. And they'll be doing plenty of additional damage. You could also, put her with whatever Pyro DPS you want. Honestly, she might actually be pretty good for Arlecchino because she provides a shield. She'll buff Melt damage. So if you do like an Arlo Melt team with, I guess, I don't know, let's see. So Arlo Melt would be with like cryo characters. You could do, I don't know, you could have Arlecchino, Citlali. You could put like Rosie for additional crit rate, and then maybe like Venti or Kazuha. You could have them to then swirl and bring them all together. That actually sounds like a pretty decent team there. Anyway, I run her with Gomming, and that is the team we are going to be doing this week. Now, they're going to absolutely demolish Ajax. But let's see how well they do. Oh. Oh. Anyway, now Gaming will wait for his turn patiently. Oh, I feel like he's dying faster than last time I did this. Oh, I was hoping he'd die there. Oh well. I took 3 goes. Anyway, that was Citlali helping. Maybe I should have run a different team. I don't know if you get to see too much of what Citlali's doing. They don't really get hit that much when fighting Ajax here. But overall, I find Citlali really good. Shield's great. I love it. She does great. The cryo application, wonderful. The bus, amazing. Anyway, that is all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And if you want to see more how I built or more of, I'll eventually figure out what else I want to do. A few ideas, but we'll see how they go. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and you have a blessed rest of your day.